How to use the Chrome browser. This three-part tutorial series shows how to use the Chrome browser. Part 1, this part, shows an introduction and shows how to open a web page in various ways. To open the browsers, use one of the shortcuts you may have created when you install the browser, or use a shortcut you created as described in tutorial Create Browser Shortcuts. The browser will open to its home page. As with all browsers, you can change the text size by pressing Control plus or Control minus. Here's a Control plus, another Control plus, a Control minus, and another Control minus, and we're back to the size we started at. After Chrome opens, the address line is at the top, followed by the Bookmarks bar if it is visible. If this bar is not visible, where you put your bookmarks, click the settings symbol, this symbol here under the close box, then select settings, and then check always show the bookmarks bar under the appearance heading. It's already checked, so if you check it again it'll hide it. So make sure you always show that toolbar. It's a very useful toolbar. Now to get rid of this screen, close the tab it has opened in by clicking this X. Now we're back to my home page. This is a custom home page that's described in another tutorial. You can build it with Internet Explorer browser and the Notepad editor. Once you build it, you can use that home page for any of your browsers. You can open another web page using the address box as you do with all other browsers. Click it once to select everything in it. Start typing. Now what the browser does is it looks through what you've typed recently in the browser in this box and selects it. If you press enter now, it will open the CNN page. If that's not what you want to do, just keep typing. I'll go ahead and click it to show you what happens. So it opened the CNN page. I'm going to go back to my home page by clicking the house symbol at the top. As you type, if Chrome hasn't displayed a web address in the search box, this is not a web address. You can press enter to search for what you've typed. If it's added any characters to what you've typed, it'll search and highlighted it. It will search for what's highlighted. All that's highlighted now is what I have typed. If, for instance, I type now it is highlighted, now is the time. If I press, even though I didn't type the time, if I press enter now, it'll search for now is the time on the internet. If that's not what you want to do, press delete to get rid of the characters it added, then press enter, and now it'll search for just what you've typed. Another thing you can do here is you can type a complete web address or most of a web address. If I type cnn.com, for instance, it has selected it from something I typed before, so it would open CNN. Let's try to type Snopes. Again, it's selected something that I recently typed. It turns out this is not a valid web address. If I click now, if I click it, it'll try to open it, but it won't find it. There is no Snopes1.com. So what it did is it went back to my ISP supplier, and it's going to do a search on what I did type, since it's not the address of a website. Now if you do type a complete valid address, for instance www.snopes.com without that 1, let's go back to my home page first. I always like to start at my home page. Okay, let's type www.snopes.com. I don't actually have to type it because it's already completed it in the highlighted line, but let's go ahead and just type it anyway. Hit an extra letter. Now if I press enter, it'll open that website. I typed a valid web address and it opened the website. Another thing you can do, though, you can type the middle part of a name that's a standard name. It starts with www and it ends in .com. This is a standard website name. Let's just type Snopes. Now let's get rid of the stuff it completed. If you press Control Enter, it will fill in the beginning and end with the standard letters for a website address, and then open that website if it exists. So I'll press Control Enter. It filled in the www and the .com, and it opened the website. All browsers have that shortcut. You type the middle part of the name, press Control Enter, and the browser will complete the address and open that site if there is such a site. You can use Google Voice Search in the Chrome browser. You must have selected Google Search as your default search, and we'll show you later how to change your default search. And you must have a microphone connected to your computer. Type any word, press Enter to search, but notice if the window's wide enough, there's a microphone on the end of this line that appears, and if you press that, you can speak what you want to search for. Let's do it. I'm going to press the microphone, Snopes. So it did a search for what I said. Now I would have to click this line if I really wanted to open the Snopes website. Other ways to open, go back to the home page, other ways to open a web page in Chrome. Again, you can open your home page by clicking that house symbol, which I just did. You can click a shortcut you saved on the Bookmarks bar if the bar is visible, and you should always have it visible. We've already done several of these. Let's do Dow Jones. That's another way to open a website. Click it from the Favorites bar. If Chrome is your default browser, you can click a web page shortcut you've stored on your computer to open Chrome. I have now set Chrome as my default browser and moved a web page shortcut onto the recording area. If you click a web page shortcut and Chrome is your default browser, it will open the Chrome browser to that shortcut. First I'll get rid of the window. I'll close Chrome. If you click a web page shortcut that's showing, some of the web page shortcuts will show the Chrome symbol. Some websites set their own picture here, but they'll still open in the default browser. The default browser is Chrome, so you can open Chrome by double-clicking a web shortcut stored anywhere in your computer, and it will open that web page with the Chrome browser. We'll show you later in this tutorial how to set your default browser. That's the end of this part of the tutorial series. Thanks for watching.